Welcome to Jonestead, stranger. An underground town, safe and far away from the troubles on the outside. I'm not surprised you haven't heard about us. It's not the most interesting place in Skyrim for adventurers. Not really. Normally, I'd ask a newcomer if they're interested in building a home down here. But since that would mean relinquishing all of your weapons, I get the feeling that wouldn't work for you. I suppose if you're desperate for work, you can see if our town's founder, Marcus Pinder, has any errands for you to run. I'm Walsh, co-founder of Jonestead, along with Marcus. If you ever need anything around town, I'm the man to see. 10 years ago, Marcus came to me, seeking aid to build an underground town in this cavern. I was the head of a construction company at the time, but I was a few weeks away from retirement. He said he was looking for a place to get away from it all, and thought living underground, literally, was the only way to do that. The prospect of building something of this magnitude was enough to keep me in the job for another year. So, after adjusting a rock or two and building houses for the Pinter family and myself, Jonestead was completed. Families have come and gone, but the Pinder family and I have been here since the beginning. Anyway, about the name, Marcus thought it would be a good idea to name it after the Aldmeri god of Secunda. Said he thought this place was like a crater on the face of the moon. Sorry, I'm not one to spread gossip. If you have any questions for anyone, you can ask them directly. Almost everyone here is happy to keep their doors open and welcome guests into their homes. When Marcus and I founded Jonestead 10 years ago, he made it very clear that he wanted it to be a safe haven. He wanted to have no part in whatever wars were fought on the outside. The town's pacifist roots have helped so far in avoiding attention from either side in the Civil War. Bandits have never been a problem, thanks to the Jarl of the Rift and his commitment to securing our perimeter. Take care of yourself out there.
Need something, grunt? I am a Tulg, a mercenary along with my comrade Bogdul. We will complete any mission as long as the pay is worth it. You really think I'm going to tell you that? If Bosca wasn't an idiot, he'd have gotten his gear into town without asking for permission. It isn't that hard to keep a secret. Not saying that I managed to get my weapons into town, but you get the idea. I ain't keeping ya.
What do you need now? I'm Christy, a former commander in the Imperial Legion. I've completed my service and have settled down here with my twin sister. I wear it in honor of all who have fought and died in the Legion, and because my sister finds it inspirational. The Empire must prevail if Tamriel is to have a future. Our true enemy is Thalmor. If we are to defeat them, then we must all stand together. We make alliances with our enemies today, so we may defeat them tomorrow. Decisions like that are never easy, but at least we never lose sight of our true enemy. Fight with honor, adventurer.
Oh, hello. Do you need help with anything? My name is Misty. I moved to Skyrim from Valenwood after my sister joined the Imperial Legion. I wanted to be closer to her, and Jonestead just seemed like the safest place to live. Yes, I won't keep you.
Warm welcome to you. Need assistance? Name's Vilan Danda. If you're looking for any books to read, feel free to stop by my wife and I's house. Come visit us again
I
anytime.
take it you're going to ask me something important? G'day, fisherman. That's all there is to it. Sorry if I'm not as interesting as you, traveler. Well, I don't leave the town. My old bones aren't what they used to be, and I wouldn't be able to fend off any animals out in the wilderness. I used to be a damn good fisherman years ago. I like to think I still am. If only they'd fill a small lake in here, I'd prove it to you. Now go catch a big fish for me, will you?
Yes?
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello? Bugdul, I'm in the merc business and anxiously waiting my next assignment. Wasting profits, just being here talking to you isn't what keeps me alive. We sure do share the kills and the profits. Working on a team is the best way to keep yourself alive on the high-risk missions. But don't mistake that for friendship. Get too close to your comrade, and you'll be weeping all over their corpse like a baby. Hope you don't learn that lesson the hard way, meat. I got a little too close to a female orc a while back. It sure wasn't pretty when she was executed right in front of me. Yes, away you go!
Greetings to you, friend. I am Shadi, Zunza's lover. Please feel free to visit us anytime. We always welcome friendly guests. May you find comfort wherever you go.
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello?
In need of some fresh goods, friend? Magato, my farm here in town is all I care about. A nice, peaceful life. It's all I ever wanted. Yes, it isn't tiring really, although I did have help from a young Nord who used to live here a year ago. He left to join the Stormcloaks. I suspect the worst, but I'll carry on. Help yourself to any good crops. They are all sent to the warehouse anyway. Goodbye, friend.
It's nice to see a friendly face. I am Alona Danda, loyal wife to Valan. We moved here from Solitude a few months ago to get away from the Civil War. How nice of you to say. But this wealth isn't mine. It belongs to my sister. She was gracious enough to provide safe haven for my husband and I. Hammerfell isn't what it used to be. Speaking of which, if you ever go there, be sure to check up on Virgil of Dragonstar. She welcomes any weary traveller to her home, unless she's moved again. I haven't seen her in years. Please do take care of yourself.
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello? So, are you just going to stand there or say hello?
Blessings upon you, friend. I'm Zunza, John's caretaker. If you need something, don't be afraid to ask. I suppose you could say I'm his father. His real parents died in a bandit raid when he was a newborn. I took him in, raised him, and here we are. Shabby and I haven't been together for very long, so she's still warming up to the idea of being his mother. Good luck out there, traveler.
The fray approaches. This one is called the Banji, but it's only a name given to the Khajiit form. Only the dead know this one's true identity. Of course, do not feel intimidated by appearances. This one will not hurt you in this form. Return if you have news to share of the outside.
What? Who are you? Oh, good. It's been a while since we received a visitor that was interested in some work. Sorry about the rude introduction. Let's just start over. I'm Marcus Pender, founder of this town. If you're looking for work, then I have the perfect task for you. I sent my daughter Kasia out over an hour ago to fetch some fresh goods from Ma Dato, and she hasn't returned. If you wouldn't mind, can you go look for her and bring her back immediately? I have some spare coins lying around to pay you for your trouble. It is. Consider it a test to see if you're reliable for jobs that require a little more leg work and pay a lot more gold. Okay, just come back with her soon, understand? I need to get back to planning.
This is unacceptable. What gives Walsh the right to open private shipments addressed to my name?
You have to understand that it's only a precaution, Bosca. Ever since you moved here, you've been petitioning non-stop to allow the sale of weapons. My father...
Yes. Your father. I've asked countless times to speak with him privately about his idiotic policy, and still he refuses me. This town's love for pacifism has gone too far. Nobody here wants to admit it, but Skyrim is under attack. Noble warriors on the outside are in desperate need of weapons, wherever they go. Let me provide them with the swords that they need, while at the same time helping your father up from the empty pit he's dug himself into.
Don't pretend to care about my father. If you truly wish to help, then you could start by not breaking the rules. Aid the people of Skyrim by going to where they need it most. Do not wait for that opportunity to stumble into town.
You've made your point. So be it. But my chance at saving a little piece of Skyrim is right here in Jonestead. Tell your father that I will no longer be pestering him over this matter. Now take your goods and leave. I have a much more appreciative guest waiting to be served.
hello.
Hi there.
I did not realize you were waiting. You're new to Jonstead, aren't you? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Kasha. I apologize for giving you a poor first impression of our town. Bosco over there isn't on the best of terms with my father, and I foolishly thought it was a good idea to confront him. But enough of that. It's not every day that a stranger comes to our town. What brings you to Jonstead? In that case, maybe you should talk to my father. He may have something for you. This again? Can't you just let me have some time to myself without worrying? Ugh, this is so embarrassing. He won't say it, so I will. Sorry for wasting your time. Let's hurry and get back home. I'm sure hope he pays you well. We should head back to my house before my father sends Walshot to find us.
What have we here? Nothing at all. I only heard that Jonstead was having a little trouble with its economy given the return of the dragons. So I suggested the idea that we take in weapon shipments so we can sell them to any wandering adventurers. I only smuggled in a sword or two to prove Marcus wrong, but I had no idea Walsh was promoted to inspector. Sorry if I had the best interests of this town on my mind. Those uptight sons of... Bosca. Just your simple Argonian trying to make his way in Skyrim. I heard the old warehouse keeper had an accident with a bear when traveling to Bruma to visit his family. So I jumped at the chance to fill the open position. Good, peaceful work that has a modest pay rate. Far better than my last job. No, but I have been there many times throughout my travels. I never stayed because I prefer finding work all across Tamriel. To make this world a better place to live in has always been my goal. No matter the job, I'm willing to do something right. A rude question, don't you think? Truth is, they were self-inflicted. Had a nightmare involving a scantily clad woman who tried to seduce me. Something was off about her, so I attacked her and she transformed into a rat that tried to gnaw my eyes out. And that's it. I woke up with scars on my face from trying to claw it off of me. I'm afraid I can't help you. This is a warehouse, not a shop. My orders are to keep track of the inventory and supplies that are to be distributed freely among the rest of the people in town. You're welcome to take supplies, I guess. I won't stop you, but at least have the decency not to take all the alcohol on the second floor. May we meet again.
We should head back to my house before my father sends Walshot to find us.
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello?
Hello again. Need
Yes,
something?
yes.
Take
Away
care
you
of
go.
yourself up there.
Kasha, where have you been?
I went to get the food from Adado like you asked.
Which took you hours? Listen, Kasha, you can't keep doing this. Now more than ever, I need to know you're safe. The Civil War and the return of the dragons. This is the perfect chance for them to strike.
Nothing is going to happen, Dad. Almost 20 years of us running away from whatever it is you fear, even longer for you alone. Not once have we been in danger.
Soon you'll understand. I'm so close to finishing this battle. When it is finally over, I'll tell you everything. Trust me.
Trust? How can you say that? You trusted the stranger to bring me back here. When you couldn't trust me to do something so mundane as to bring you food? You haven't left this house since we got news of the attack on Helgen. Keep hiding all you want, but I'm visiting Ripton tomorrow. With or without your permission.
Walsh has already been informed to keep an eye on who comes and leaves Jonestead. I made sure to let him know you are not allowed to leave unless I say so. Altog and Bugdol will be outside the gate if you manage to slip out.
Are you insane? Okay, have them do that. I'll find some other way out of here.
That went better than I expected. Not good, but not as bad as how she reacted when we moved out of Solitude when she was a kid. I hope it wasn't a hassle tracking her down. As promised, here's 200 gold. It's not much, but I have some more to spare if you're willing to run one more errand for me. Indeed she did. To her, I'm just an overprotective father, but in reality, I held a truth that would devastate her emotionally. Look around you, friend. There is turmoil wherever you go. Not just Skyrim, but all of Tamriel. War, dragons. But none of that is what worries me. There exists an enemy that has plagued my family for generations. Pinder family has known nothing but their torment ever since the end of the Third Era. I cannot discuss it with anybody except my closest confidants. Not even Walsh knows the real reason why I'm so afraid. The fact that I am even talking to you about this is because I trust you not to say a word to my daughter. Maybe when it is all over, you'll learn about what I was fighting by reading the history books. Or you'll quietly go on with your life as my bloodline comes to a tragic end. Sure, what do you wish to know? I'll be honest with you, friend. Jonestead wasn't built with a source of revenue to begin with. Chaos that's brewing across the province forces us to cut back on imports. We have Ma to Toe to thank for most of our food, but then there are some necessities you can't grow. I poured unspeakable amounts of gold into Jonestead's construction, so I'm not about to stand aside and let it go bankrupt. Worst case scenario, we'd have to start putting prices on what we normally distribute for free to all our citizens. No matter what it takes, I'll make sure it doesn't come to that. I've known nothing but violence my entire life. Jonestead was my chance at creating a safe haven where anyone willing to put down the sword was welcomed. There are times when I am tempted to permit weapons so that we may defend ourselves, but after 10 years, we have yet to have any problems. Including Kasha and I, Jonestead has a population of 16 citizens. You've got Walsh, a good friend and my assistant in making sure all is right in town. There's Zunza, Shavi, and John, probably the most diverse family in all of Skyrim. The wealthy Donda couple, be sure to check Dylan's book collection if you're interested. The Orc Mercs, not the friendliest bunch, but they are the most helpful around town when it comes to heavy lifting. The Bosmer twins, don't know much about them since they keep to themselves. Also got Ma to Toe the farmer. He's helped this town immensely these past few years. Jadave the Dunmer lives in a small shack. Quiet man who wishes to spend the rest of his life in peace and quiet. There's also the wandering Abanji. You may find her in the town hall building if she's not roaming about town. Finally, there's Bosca. We hired him to manage the warehouse after the previous caretaker passed away. Fine by me. I'm sure she wouldn't be too happy if all I said was, she's the best daughter in Tamriel. Her mother passed away during childbirth. I'm sure she would have loved Kasha. She was stoic, for lack of a better term, but compassionate. She would have been an excellent mother, a far better parent than I have been. beautiful, isn't she? Her looks obviously come from her mother, who was Ashen. They're quite a rare sight in Tamriel. Kasia is actually a mixed race. Ashen, Nord, Imperial, and even Bosmer. Our family has quite a history. No, she doesn't. It's the curse of being a Pinder. Whenever we go on a rare trip outside of Jonestead, we have to disguise ourselves. She abhors having to wear a masked helmet, but it is for our protection. One day she will understand why we do this. But until then, I'm afraid she will not have the opportunity to make any friends. It pains me to put her through this, but I have no other choice. As a matter of fact, yes, she does, and I'm not talking about her errands or chores. To help out with our personal finances, she goes around town providing maid services for a small charge. The Donda schedule her to work every weekday, Zunsa every weekend, and the others hire at random. Kasia loves her job, keeps her entertained in what she would consider a boring old town. She always has fun with Zunza's boy, John. Fine by me. That stubborn Argonian has been insisting on the sale of weapons here in Jonestead to help improve our economy. I understand the need for weapons in Skyrim these days, but I will not allow him to compromise the virtues this town stands for. Besides, we rarely receive any visitors, much less soldiers and adventurers. We'd end up losing more due to shipping costs. Walsh and I have discussed the situation in private, and all that needs to be said is that if he tries to sneak in weapons again, we're kicking him out. That is unfortunate. This isn't the first time Kasia has tried fighting my battles. It must be because I'm getting old and she feels the need to defend me in any given situation. Thank you for telling me. I'll have her apologize to Bosca later, even though what she said in their banner was probably true. Yes, originally I had planned to have you deliver this letter by yourself, but as you saw, Kasia is furious. It would be a load off my back if you can take her with you. May she consider it my unspoken apology for embarrassing her. Usually, she would have to wear a mask whenever she travels with me outside of Jonestead. But I figured since your path is through the wilderness, it wouldn't hurt not to wear it this one time. Exactly what I wanted to hear. Now to tell you where you're going. Do you know of Euphoria Palace? And you won't have to when you deliver the letter. Here's the letter. Don't bother trying to read it. It's highly encrypted. Deliver it to one of the guards at the front entrance. They'll know who it's for. It's a brothel, but my business is with the owners, not the courtesans. With the recent events in Skyrim, I believe that our partnership will once again prove its worth. That's all there is to it. Have Kasia tag along, deliver the letter to Euphoria Palace, and return for your payment. I'd appreciate if you'd do this immediately. Go tell Kasia about the plan when you're ready. I have to lock the doors behind you. Now if you'll excuse me. It is of utmost importance that you deliver that letter as soon as possible.
Oh, hello again. Are you planning on staying a while longer? It'd be nice to have some company for once. Thinking about a way to get out of here. Walking up the door won't work if what Dad said is true. Maybe stuff myself into a crate and wait to be shipped off? Bosca sends out shipments every other day. If I sneak into the warehouse during the middle of the night... No, you're right. It won't. I just don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just being selfish. My father needs me. I just wish he wouldn't be so paranoid about me getting hurt. Give me one chance to prove that I can look after myself. To explore Skyrim without him by my side. True freedom. What? Are you serious? By the gods, what did you say to him? Doesn't matter. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Let me get some of my gear. Well, I better bring along my mask, too. I don't know what to say. Ever since I was a child, we would always have to cover our faces everywhere we went. Again, thank you. If only you knew how long I've waited for this opportunity. Where are we going? Ugh. I knew this was too good to be true. Father's obsessed with that disgusting place. He always has an excuse. Delivering a letter, checking up on an old friend. He can't admit that he's going there for, you know. Does he have no shame? Bet that letter is only to schedule another appointment. Yes, it's a chance to finally get out of Jonestead and see the world in a completely new way. I'm not thrilled about the destination, but it should be fun nonetheless. Maybe my father is turning over a new leaf. This could be his way of preparing me to leave the nest. My 20th birthday is coming up. Right behind you. It would be best not to upset my father by taking me anywhere else other than the palace. Not that I would mind, but I'd hate for you to get in trouble. If you have an emergency on the way there, you can send me back to Jonestead. I'll wait inside by the entrance. This is so exciting. No pressure, but let's hurry up and get out of here. These trips to the surface are always special. I forget Skyrim's beauty after spending months stuck in Jonestead. Other than what he probably said, there isn't much left to tell. I love my job, but cleaning the same house over and over, not very exciting. If by some miracle I ever leave Jonestead, I'll offer my services to someone in Skyrim. No. My dad and I used to play stick battles when I was a kid. That's the closest thing to training I have when it comes to carrying a sword. I wish I could help you if we wanted any trouble, but I'd just get in the way. If I did, I wouldn't have had that outburst when you brought me home. I would be more understanding of everything he's put me through since I was born. It has not been easy living and knowing that the only reason I'm not free is because of my father. He loves me, but he can't trust me. I've trusted him all these years and I have not learned a single thing. There's no room for faith.
Welcome to Euphoria Palace. Euphoria Palace is the ultimate source of entertainment in Tamriel. Discover yourself physically and mentally with the guidance of our lovely ladies. Indulge yourself in the Valhalla and Sahel bars. Mingle with the patrons and watch the exotic dance shows as you drink the night away. But do not let that be the end of your life. Ascend to the second floor and succumb to our sirens' lustful calls. Choose your fantasy and they will make it a reality. Ah, thank you. It shall be delivered as soon as my shift ends. Yes, we get letters like this all the time. Let us do our job and you do yours, courier.
How did it go? Well, I guess that's what happened when it comes from a frequent customer. I'm just thinking. I can't help but feel mesmerized by the majesty of this world. And yet so sad that I have to go back under my rock for gods know how long until I can see it again. But will I? At least like this? Because of you, my father allowed me to go out with a complete stranger and without hiding my identity. I have no way of knowing for sure if I will ever get another chance at being so close to freedom. Or pleasantly disappointed, but I see your point. Maybe this is only the beginning of something wonderful. Dad won't let me spend my birthday cooped up inside again with only the Zunza family as party guests. Right after you, ma'am. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you for making me feel better. Kinda disappointed we have to go back so soon.
This should be good. Get him! Kill him!
Are you alright? They didn't touch me, I didn't touch them. Sorry about not helping. Wait, does he have to? I mean, yeah, you're right. We were standing in front of the entrance after all. I have a bad feeling about this. I might want to check their bodies, see if they were carrying anything important. Father's going to be so furious.
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello?
Excellent, you have returned. Now Is that blood? Kasha, what happened?
Father, please, keep calm. There were 2 men right outside Jonestead, clad in ebony armor. They attacked us.
Can it be? Have they finally decided to reveal themselves? Gods, give me strength. I was a fool to let you go out.
No, you weren't. I'm fine. But please tell us what's going on. Now's not the time to keep secrets.
I hoped it would never come to this. So be it. Kasha, go to your room and gather anything that would help you survive for a few days. Grab the goods you got from Ma to Toe and put on some warm clothing.
What? Where are we going?
I'm not going anywhere. You are. My place is here in Jonestead. Now hurry. There isn't much time.
Father, please.
Go. I need to speak with our friend. She can explain everything to you later. Damn it all. I should have posted Altog and Bogdo at the entrance like I said earlier. Thankfully, you were there to stop those men before they had a chance to get what they came here for. Before I go on, I need to express my gratitude for not only delivering that letter, but also for saving my daughter. Here's 500 gold for the delivery, and 1,000 for dealing with those men. I'm going to need to ask you a big favor, but first I owe you an explanation. Those men were most likely scouts. An attack force will be dispatched when they fail to report back. It will take some time for my assistants from Euphoria Palace to be sent to their assigned locations around Jonestead. I pray that they get here sooner rather than later. They must be. Why would anyone be standing outside of the entrance? They were waiting. Not only that, they attacked you on sight. Did you happen across anything interesting they were carrying? Any clues to their identity? That emblem sounds familiar, though not the one I was expecting. Then again, this isn't the first time the enemy has hired mercs to do their dirty work. I'll do some quick research and see if I can find anything matching your description. Anything else? There you have it. The proof is all there that they were here for me. They were even ordered to attack enemy scouts. That explains why they didn't bother to ask questions when they saw you with Kasha. My daughter has the looks of an Ashen. Most of the assistance I'm requesting from Euphoria Palace is Ashen. And since most of the Ashen here in Skyrim have links to the palace, well, you can fill in the blanks for me there. You have been patient with me. Thank you. What I'm about to tell you is difficult. Too much is at stake for me to say it with ease. About 200 years ago, around the time of the Oblivion Crisis, there was an incident involving a certain legendary hero you might have heard of. The hero of Kvatch, the champion of Cyrodiil. Indeed, he went by many names, given many honorary titles. Some say he even managed to unite many of Cyrodiil's guilds under his command. The details have been lost in time. The point is that he was no stranger to answering the calls for help from Cyrodiil's citizens. That is where my family comes in. One of my ancestors was captured by an Argonian mercenary named Disan. The bastard did wretched things to the women he captured, enslaved, tortured, and mutilated them. At the end of the day, they were locked up in his own private palace to perform favors for anyone who was willing to pay. They had no choice. All of them had been poisoned and under the influence of sap of unique history from the depths of Argonia. Their wills bent by the men who bought their services. She had a sister, a traveling maid that stumbled upon the champion's home in Coral. The sister had also been poisoned and begged the champion to rescue the captured woman. The champion obliged and confronted Disan. Surprisingly, yes. Whether out of honorable mercy or sick admiration of Disan, the champion let him live, but in exchange for my ancestor's life. Unfortunately, The other women in the palace were forced to remain. All those who left the palace were doomed to suffer from an endless life of embarrassment as the sapt removed all inhibitions and amplified their urge for pleasure. My two ancestors went on to serve as the champion's maids at no cost as a token of their appreciation. Eventually, they all parted ways. The champion, like all legendary heroes that came before, vanished. But my family had been given hope and were destined to grow. Then Project Purity stepped in. A clandestine organization that has been around for a very long time. It is composed of some of the best mages, alchemists, and philosophers in Tamriel. They were the ones pulling Desan's strings, giving him the gold and resources to expand along the path they desired. That is, of course, until they assassinated him for demanding more than he deserved. Anyway, the champion's interference upset them, so they took it out on my family as an act of revenge. Generations of my family have been wiped out. Wives, husbands, and children, all gone. My mother and father, dead because of Purity's despicable acts of warfare. Now, only Kasha and I remain. Gods, how long has it been? I never came face to face with Purity my entire life. They go dormant every decade or two, but they always come back. We thought my father had defeated them once and for all, but then the West Wheel massacre happened. Damn, I'm rambling again. It must be the old age. But I hope I satisfied your curiosity. I still have to tell you about that favor. Of course not, but time is of the essence. You don't need to know Euphoria Palace's connection to all of this, or the time when the champion ventured into Valhalla, and... Oh, the favor. Right. Purity, or whatever merc group they've hired this time, is on their way. Jonestead simply isn't the safest place to be right now. There is a campsite north of Windhelm. It is in close proximity of a group of trusted friends. I need you to take Kasha there immediately. Once camp is set up, she will need to wait there until I send word that it is safe to come back to Jonestead. I'll warn Alto, Bugdol, and Christie to expect trouble. They seem to be the most capable fighters if the worst-case scenario occurs. I'll have Wash tell the others to stay inside and lock their doors. As for weapons, let's just say that word got around that a certain pair of orcs may have stashed some axes beneath their house floorboards. I promise that I'll try to have everything secured soon enough. Now you must promise me that no matter what happens, you'll protect my daughter. Good. I'm counting on you, friend. Don't let me down. Now's not the time for questions. You must take my daughter to the campsite at once.
What did my father say? Campsite, huh? Fine. Lead the way. Sorry, I'd rather not talk right now. Let's just go to the campsite.
Don't mind me. I'm just here to deliver some letters for Bosca.
Sorry, I'd rather not talk right now. Let's just go to the campsite.
What have we here?
Don't mind me. I'm just here to deliver some letters for Bosca.
Looks like someone has been here recently. Can you cook something up with the food I brought? I'll try to get a fire going in the meantime. Everything is
Yes?
set up. Were you able to cook up anything? There's a list of recipes in the bag I got from Madado. I would love some tomato soup. Fondue? It's very nice of you. I've been trying to find the recipe to make some myself. I hope you didn't have to go through too much trouble. About what? Should I know at a time like this? When Jonestead could be under attack as we sit here out in the middle of nowhere? If you say so. I'm more concerned about what's going on right now, but some explanation after all these years will help. I'm speechless. This entire time, my family has been hunted down for something that happened 200 years ago? For being saved? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. How can this Project Purity be so cruel? And my father... Gods, I had no idea. Why didn't he tell me? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish he was here. Now more than ever. I need him to help me understand. I really hope so. I hate doing this. Sitting here when we could be back in town helping. All I can do is worry about my father and the rest of Jonestead. Who knows what's going on? Yes, at least I get as much as I can. It won't be easy. And it's cold. I'm so used to the warmth of Jonestead. Even with this fur coat, I'm still freezing. So much for my Nord heritage, huh? so cold. For me? How sweet. That takes care of that problem. But there is something I'd like to ask you. If it isn't too much to ask, can you, spend the night here at camp? I know that technically wasn't part of your assignment. To stay here with me, and I'm sure that you're a busy person, but it sure is dangerous to be up here all alone.
You will? Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. I promise that I'll tell my father about your good deed when we get back.
I better get some sleep.
Oh, and our next meal is on me if we don't get a message before then.
Thank the gods I found you. I have news of Jonestead. Marcus was right. Those two men you faced outside, they were scouts, and now Jonestead is under attack. I was able to slip through the blockade the moment they infiltrated the town. Before I left, Marcus asked me to tell the both of you to come back. You must save Jonestead before it's too late. Only one. They're taking hostages. I saw them drag Bosca out of the warehouse as they brought Zunza's kid, John, out in front of him. They demanded to know the whereabouts of some of Marcus's friends, since the old man wasn't spilling any details. Bosca refused, and insisted that they take his life instead of the kid's. So they did. Poor Argonian. He died a hero. Yeah, but they have him tied up inside his house, probably torturing him into revealing his valuable secrets. He kept crying out for Cassia, but damn, the disgusting sounds of flesh being pummeled by fists drowned out his screams. Please hurry. Who knows what they will do with the hostages, whether or not their demands are met. I have to go. I just need to get away from all of this madness. What? That I am.
How did you know he was lying? There were some parts that seemed kind of sketchy. I wouldn't have gone as far as to accuse him of lying. But in the end, you had the better judgment. But Jonestead is actually under attack, right? My father... No way! I'm not spending another second stuck in this camp. I can help you. Maybe distract them while you move in for the attack. Anything. If they took my father as hostage, then they're going to want me alive. They're only attacking because of my family. I will not let them destroy Jonestead, and I will not let them kill my father. I'm with you all the way. We can lay out our plans once we get into town. Now let's hurry up and get to Jonestead. Okay, this is entirely up to you. Either save my father first or the rest of the citizens. One way or another, we are not letting them hurt anyone else, understand? Let's go.
mistress will be crushed under my hammer!
Someone there.
What was that? You're no match for me.
Thanks.
I knew it. Weren't expecting.
Thanks.
Never should have come here.
Thank you.
I knew it!
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
won't leave here alive!
Ah! They're going to pay for this!
Thank you.
Found him.
Gods, couldn't you have come any sooner? We sure got ourselves into one hell of a mess. Please, tell me that it's over. Damn. Are the citizens safe? That's a relief. Thankfully, these monsters didn't kill everyone when they had the chance. And, Marcus? They should let you stroll right in. I overheard the guards talking. Apparently, Bosca is waiting either for you two or a siren. Whatever that is. We should have seen it coming. If only we hadn't been so lenient after he tried smuggling in weapons. We were completely caught by surprise. We gave Christie and the orcs weapons to defend the town. But Bosca took them out, silently, before any of us realized what had happened. By then, his men had already stormed through the entrance. We were subdued in a matter of minutes. I can't speak for anyone else, but the men that captured me weren't as rough as you might imagine. I'm getting the impression that they're only here for Marcus. Well, let's allow Marcus to explain himself once he's free. If you're going to save him, then you might want to leave Kasha here.
Don't even think about telling me to stay here. I'm going with you whether you like it or not. You've gotten us this far. I'm leaving my father's fate in your hands. Please save him.
Go smash in Bosca's skull!
I need to rescue my father.
I'll be fine. Go save Marcus, before it's too late.
I will stay and defend Walsh.
Tear the skin right off that lizard! Scales, whatever.
All right then.
Father!
That's close enough.
Kasha, thank the gods you're alive.
And what do you know? The Guardian lives as well. You did well seeing through my courier's facade. Yet you were still stupid enough to walk right into my trap.
Kasha, you shouldn't have come. They were only keeping me alive so that they could get to you.
Exactly. Now that the family's been reunited, it's time to end this once and for all. My orders are to take the girl alive. As for you, Marcus, you already know your fate.
No. How much gold will it take to buy your mercy? Whatever you do, do not hurt my daughter.
Gold. We may be mercenaries, but our allegiance with Project Purity goes beyond such pettiness. This is about saving the world. This is about killing the man responsible for Serenity's sirens. Your unbridled expansion has not gone unnoticed. It was just a matter of when we should eradicate your despicable band of whores. What better time than now? The chaos that blankets this province will drown out the screams of your dying legacy.
You will never find them.
Do you recognize this sword? Elegant. Mystical. It's one of a kind.
What? That means...
Fourth Pasarath has fallen. The wall has been painted red with the blood of your sirens.
Damn you! Damn all of you!
Bosk, stop, don't do this.
Kasha, listen. I love you. Your mother, she's alive. She's...
Rest in peace, old man. May you find redemption in Sovngarde. Deal with them. Restrain the girl. Kill the Guardian. I will gather the rest of our brothers and prepare a retreat.
No, this can't be happening. Not like this. Dad, so sorry. It was. You should have stayed back. Maybe then you could have stopped him before they... I wish I hadn't been so ungrateful. Now he's gone and I can't say that I forgive him. He was, wasn't he? All those years he understood how I felt. Now, in the end, I finally understand why he protected me. It was because he loved me. I don't know what to say. My mother? Alive? Why would my father keep something like that a secret? Then there's these Serenity sirens that Bosca mentioned. Could they be related to her in some way? Not that I know of. I cleaned this house thoroughly. If there was anything that may have documented his secrets, then he'd have to have kept it hidden pretty well. Father always spent most of his time in the study room. Maybe there's something in there that could give us some clues. Okay, I need to be alone.
Have you found anything? Interesting. This documents my entire family tree, beginning with my twin ancestors you mentioned back at camp and ending with me. My page is blank. Wait, let me take a look at my father's. Yes, here it is. Serenity Sirens. My father was their leader, and they're based in Euphoria Palace. I can't believe it. Years of secrets finally revealed. Project Purity, the cleansers, things my father never told me. Can you keep this journal safe? I'd love to read it when I've calmed down. Oh? Let's see. This was meant for my 20th birthday. According to what he wrote, Dad was going to reveal everything to me on that day. And my mother, she's in Euphoria Palace, with the sirens. No, not yet. I need to think about this. Don't get me wrong, I want to see my mother, but what am I getting myself into? What are you getting yourself into? My father is dead because of Purity, because he was the leader of the sirens. What if I can end this war by staying away from this whole mess? You're right. But has Purity changed? Are they still hunting down my family because of the old grudges, or because of the sirens? We can't be sure. Like I said, just give me time to think.
Go speak with Walsh. I'll help Miss Pin.
What a mess. Thank goodness you and Kasha are okay. I had a bad feeling that things were going to be much worse. Marcus was a good friend. It's a shame that he, a proponent of peace, had to die amid such violence. Bosca and his men fled just a few minutes ago. I bet they didn't expect to see that many corpses when he walked out of his house. The orcs are taking care of the bodies, and the rest of the townspeople are safe and sound. Traumatized, but safe. Not quite. I'd like to discuss some matters with you, in private. I'll meet you in my house. It's just down the pathway. Christy here will help Kasha clean up the mess and ensure Marcus's body is properly buried.
Go speak with Walsh. I'll help Miss Pin to clean up the mess Bosca left behind.
Good you're here. Sorry about asking for a private discussion, but I have a sensitive request that may upset Kasha if she were to take it the wrong way. Before we begin, can you satisfy my curiosity and explain to me why Bosca raided Jonestead? That Marcus, always the ambitious one, but leader of an army of female warriors? Assassins! Hiding away in that brothel to the east? This goes way over my head, friend. I settled down in Jonestead to get away from the insanity on the outside. Having it barged through our front door was definitely something I wasn't too happy about. Making it easier to secure Marcus? Stop the so-called sirens from unleashing hell? I don't know. What puzzles me is why Bosca took the trouble to smuggle in weapons, when he always had a mercenary company at his disposal. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's a sort of saber-rattling. For whom? I have no idea. His clients will not be thrilled in the slightest when he returns, having only completed half his mission. Thankfully, you were here to stop him from taking Kasha away, which brings me to the reason I asked to speak to you. This is very difficult for me to say, by keeping so many dangerous secrets. Marcus not only hurt Kasha, he also hurt Jonestead. He should have told us that he was a wanted man. He risked all of our lives trying to protect his family. As much as I respect Marcus and his ideals of making Jonestead a peaceful town, a change has to be made for our well-being. That change is Kasha. As long as a Bender lives in town, none of us can rest easy. If this Project Purity that Marcus spoke of is truly hell-bent on erasing his family name from history, they may not be so merciful with our town next time. No, I'm only stating the facts. Kasha will always be welcome in our town. Many of the citizens here have come to respect her, probably more so after this incident. What I am suggesting is that for the sake of our town and her life, it would be best if she were to find somewhere else to live, for the time being. At least until she can work things out with the Sirens and see if they will grant her asylum. Because the only family she had left was her father, I'm hoping you may have some lodgings where she could stay for a little while. Marcus trusted her with you. I'm conveying that trust now that he's gone. Good. I'm sure her feelings will be mutual. On behalf of Jonestead, thank you for aiding us once again. Well, that's it, I suppose. You'll want to go inform Kasha about our arrangement. Again, thank you for saving Jonestead. We were so fortunate to have such a fearless adventurer come across our town. With Marcus gone, I'll be in charge. If you ever need anything, feel free to stop by and, here, some gold for all the trouble. Take care of yourself, stranger. It's been an honor.
What do you
Hi
need
there.
For your heroic performance during the attack, take these gauntlets. May they serve you well. Now that they've made their existence known, Bosca and his men will pay for their crimes. Fight with honor, adventurer.
Just in time. Christy and I finished cleaning up. Everything is as close to normal as it can be. She went to go bury my father's body. If only I had more time to say goodbye, but he's gone. There was nothing more I could do. Christy mentioned that Walsh asked you something important. I take it you're about to tell me what that is? Oh, was that all? I was afraid it was going to be something like going off and hunting Bosca down, or gathering an army to defend Jonestead. What a relief. Yes, why wouldn't I be? We haven't known each other for long, but after all we've been through, I trust you 100% with my life. No need to explain. I understand where Walsh is coming from. It is risky staying here, and it would be best if I were to leave. Do you own any homes? All you need to do is say the word and I'll pack my stuff and move out. It will be mutually beneficial for the both of us. You provide me food and shelter, and I'll clean up your house while you're off being a hero. Oh no. I'll provide my services for free. You're already going out of your way to give me a place to stay. Don't worry about my safety while you're away. I can take care of myself, but it would be nice if you could stop by every now and then to make sure I'm fine. It will be a thrill to finally see some more of Skyrim. So if it's okay with you, I'll be exploring the towns when I'm not working. I'll be careful. Only go out during the day, lock my doors, carry a dagger, check under the beds before I go to sleep. Like I said, don't worry. If the sirens are around, maybe they'll be my guardian angels. I decided we should go meet them sooner rather than later. I'd like to settle in first if you don't mind, so I'll let you know when I'm ready. You'll accompany me, right? I'm nervous just thinking about what we'll learn. And about seeing my mother. One last thing. How do you like my uniform? Thanks! Good to finally hear an opinion. I always felt out of place with it on. Tell you what, how would you like the idea of organizing my wardrobe? You can change what I wear on a daily basis. I like to keep my outfits separated in 3 groups: casual, work, and evening. Have fun with it. Give me something new to try on. Just don't give me something humiliating. Good, we've got that out of the way. You can speak with me directly about changing my wardrobe or moving to a new town. You can also do it yourself by putting clothes in the wardrobe in my upstairs bedroom, and using the ledger in the study room to adjust my work location. This is now as much of your home as it is mine. I better get back to work. Please take care of yourself out there, okay? We'll be visiting Euphoria Palace soon. So good to see you again. What do you need? Bland, isn't it? Please send me out and around Skyrim when you have the chance. No pressure. I've explored this house from top to bottom. Cleaning it was my daily life, so I've already made my routine. Don't worry about me touching anything of yours down in the basement. Everything will stay in its place. I'm ready to move out.
What do you need, ma'am? Fight with honor, or control.
Wow, look at that robe. Are you a wizard?
So, are you just going to stand there or say hello? For freeing me, I have a mighty hammer that I took from the carcass of one of the mercs just for you. Take it, swing it, kill with it. Only a fool lets me live after a stunt like that. Bosca is a dead lizard. Yes, yes, away you go. Need something, Grunt? For going out of your way to save me during the attack. Here's a battle axe I ripped from the merc's cold, dead hands. That damn lizard knocked me out from behind. If I ever run into him again, I'll gut him.
Oh, hello. Do you need help with anything? Thank you so much for saving me. I wish I had something to give you, but all I have is some gold. Please take it, I insist. I was so scared. Thank the gods that you were here to drive them away. Yes, I won't keep you.
Greetings, dear. If only there was something I could do to repay the favor. I have gold, but it's not enough to match my gratitude. I feel so bad about Marcus. At least his daughter is fine. I can only imagine how sad Zonza would have been if anything had happened to John.
Blessings upon you, friend. Thank you for saving me. It isn't much, but here, take it. Bosca behind the attack. He seemed idealistic whenever I spoke to him, but I never imagined he was the leader of a mercenary group. Good luck out there, traveler.
Hello. I have not forgotten your heroism during the attack. You have earned every single gold coin. Poor Marcus. How is Kasha doing? I imagine this whole mess has been traumatizing for her.
I take it you're going to ask me something important? I wish I could repay you for your rescue during the attack, but I have no valuables. I have a cooked salmon if you want it. Never thought I'd be held hostage. Good thing you were here to stop them, huh? Now go catch a big fish for me, will you?
Greetings to you, friend.
Warm welcome to you. Need assistance?
I've come across a rare book you may find interesting. Take it as a thank you for saving my life.
Feel free to take any that you wish to read, but please bring them back when you're finished.
I'd rather not talk about it. I fear that it may happen again. Next time we may not be so lucky.
This one thanks you for saving Johnstead. Would an enchanted ring suffice as a gift? They may have got what they came for, but they will return. And when they do, this one will tear them apart.
In need of some fresh... I finally found the recipe for elsewhere fondue. Here, take some as a thank you for saving me during the attack. Such a shame they chose our town to attack. But I am thankful that they did not kill us all when they had the chance. Goodbye, friend.